in San Antonio at Melissa's house. This is episode 26. Welcome if you're a new viewer, and welcome back if you're a returning viewer. We truly appreciate the time you spend with us. So this is primarily a knitting podcast. We talk a little bit about spinning and quilting and other fiber-related stuff, but primarily knitting with a little
crochet.
Oh, crochet too. Yeah, sorry. You know, we kind of hit on everything.
A little knitting machine.
Yeah, knitting machine.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah. And I'm Elizabeth.
I'm Melissa. I'm Carrie.
All right. Well, it's been a little bit of time. I kind of got scolded when I was on my trip. Someone said, "You should be podcasting. You're due for an episode." I said, "Yes, I know, but I'm here." It's kind of funny. But anyway.
That's cute.
Yeah, it was very cute. So we'll get into what we're wearing. Carrie, you want to start?
I'm wearing my love note for our cow. I finished it. I had a little bit of problems with the neckline, but I was able to change it and fix it, and it is very, very hot here in San Antonio today, so thankfully we're podcasting in the morning, so this is coming off as soon as the podcast's over. I have a tank top on underneath it, but anyway, it's the medium size, and I'm really a size large girl, so it's a little snug, but
I think it fits you nicely.
We'll see.
You just like everything oversized.
I think I'm just used to
I think it
things
fits you very
oversized,
nicely.
but thank you very much.
I
And the
understand
color
your
is gorgeous.
concern on the neck being
thank
a little
you.
tight,
Yeah,
but
so.
that color is really nice on you. You don't wear that very often.
I don't wear it very
Yeah.
often, but
Nice.
I had this mohair, and then I ended up buying the yarn to match the mohair, and I was going to go with two different colors, and when I saw Melissa's greens, how they were the same, I thought, let me try and find a fingering that's the same as the mohair, and I'm very happy with it. I really like it, but I used every bit of mohair, and actually the ribbing, like my last 4 rows, don't have any mohair in it.
Oh, you can't even tell.
Because I
You
ran
can't
out.
tell.
Yeah, I figured you wouldn't be able to
Did
tell,
you like
so.
knitting the pattern?
I did.
Yeah, it's
I
quick,
really,
right?
it was a quick pattern, and I really did enjoy knitting it. Yes, I did. And I'd like to make another one in DK like you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to be able to do that. So
Good. Okay.
I got nothing on.
You got nothing on.
I got nothing on.
She's not naked. Naked
She's
knitter.
naked knitter with a naked colored shirt and very light jeans. She pretty much looks naked. So
She's the floating ahead.
It's funny, every time we see, like, when Audrey and I see someone in camo, we're like, wait, is that a floating head? I can't see his body. It's all camouflage.
That's funny. You see that a lot around here too.
you do.
And I am wearing my ranunculus, also that I did as part of our cal. This is my 3rd ranunculus, I think. So it's very boxy. I did it in a Noro Kiri yarn, which is a wool and silk blend. So it's really super lightweight.
It's very pretty.
It's a very boxy, kind of bagged out of it. I took it on my trip and
See,
wore it a lot.
that's the kind
But-
of wear I like.
I like it. It's it has a really nice feel to it. I did like a 3/4 sleeve with an I-cord bind off.
Oh, that's
So I
cute.
just knit straight on the sleeves, and then I decreased rapid on the last row, and then did a 3-needle, or not 3-needle.
Stitch?
I call it I-cord bind off. Losing my words here. So anyway, very happy with it.
That looks nice.
So all
I
right.
failed.
But she's getting there.
But she's getting there. So you can
Still
start the
beautiful.
whips. You can start the whips.
Yeah,
You
go
work
ahead.
it out.
Start our whips.
This is my love note. I'm about halfway done. I'm a super lazy knitter. I don't like winding cakes.
I find myself to be the same.
You have to come to my house and do it. I have that new winder, the
That's
motorized
awesome.
winder,
Alright, so I'm doing mine out of Chasing Rabbits Fiber Coat.
which is now Barker wool.
And Fern in the colorway Bog. And then this is her Gossamer base. And yeah,
So
Also
pretty.
Bog, yes. It's interesting to see how, like, I loved this one, this rich, it's darker, and then this one's lighter. So I wasn't sure if I loved it. Kind of remind me of pea soup a little bit.
I love it.
But now that I've gotten further into it,
It's
I do
so
like
pretty.
it.
I love it. It's very
So,
pretty.
I'm going to finish what's left of my little skeins, and then I might, with the new ones, I'm going to do the sleeves and the neckline, and then I'll continue on with the body with whatever's left over.
That's a good plan. It's really pretty.
That was Carrie's plan.
That's what I had to do because I knew I was going to run low on mohair. I only had 2 skeins of mohair, And while that's all that Melissa has, also my mohair had less yardage. So I only had like 320 or 330 on each skein of mohair, which was 660, which I think was exactly like the size of, and I knew I wanted more length. So I went longer than I think the pattern called for. I think the pattern says to knit to like 8 inches and then start the ribbon because it's more meant to be cropped. It even has an alternate to add a little bit of length, but I wanted it even longer. So before I did the bottom, I went ahead and attached the others and finished up the neck and the sleeves where I wanted, and then I just went until I thought I was going to run out of mohair, but I ran out earlier than I thought I would. But I'm still like super pleased with it. But yeah, that's a good idea.
That's the good thing about that love note pattern, though, is that it's so easy to
and adaptable.
Changes like do different sleeves, don't do sleeves, do the lace, don't do the lace.
Sure.
You know, extend it. It's just super simple to modify.
And
I love the pattern.
I
Because
know
of
that
that.
the grocery girls also said that there's a way to do the neck without the provisional.
Yes,
but
I
I
did
haven't.
it.
You did it?
Yeah, I'll show
Yeah,
you.
okay.
My FOs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we forgot to do FOs.
Well, no, we're not there yet.
We should do it first. Oh well, we're all out of sorts.
It's
That's
okay.
okay.
It's
We'll do
been a
whips
while.
before it.
Okay, so
This is the blanket. I have like 2 more sections.
If you're new, it's the Jimmy Beans blanket.
Monthly
We're-
blanket. We get a skein of yarn every month.
Carrie sucked us into it.
I did.
Yeah.
It's my 3rd year of doing it. It's their 1st year of doing it.
We are on a new wedge. I can show you the old one. Or the last wedge we did.
The first triangle wedge.
First
Triangle.
quarter. I have ends everywhere.
I can't believe you didn't want to weave them in.
No, I need to. I think after I'm done, I'm gonna weave.
Okay, I just have to point this out, like, because my knitting is so ridiculously tight. Like, this is my wedge. Put it up to your wedge. Like, look at how much.
Oh my goodness! But did you use a smaller needle too?
I used 7s.
Wow,
Look at that.
that
This
is
is why you do gauge. I don't think we do gauge.
Carrie.
I didn't do a gauge swatch, but this is also
didn't
why I
either.
did not run out of yarn. Look at that. That's just hanging.
like the mini.
Yeah.
It's okay.
But I know I knit tight, and I didn't want to go up a needle size because I didn't want to take the chance of running out of yarn. So I mean,
Yeah.
mine will stretch. It'll block
Yeah.
a little bit. It won't block as much as Melissa's.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Both on
Wow.
7s. This is how mine knit, and that's how hers knit. So
That's hysterical.
yeah,
That's a huge difference.
it is a big difference.
Like I could
yeah.
feel like maybe a ½ inch or something.
And
But
I
that's
did-
like inches.
I did run out of yarn. I had one of these little stripes is with a different yarn. Like this
Oh,
one
that's
right
right.
here.
Oh, you can't even tell.
Yep. And then they were kind enough to send me the green, the mint color, to so I could finish the I-cord bind off.
Yeah.
So
I ran out of yarn on the 2nd and 3rd colors, but I was able to.
You had something to.
Yeah, I
you could
had
work it in.
same thing that worked
so.
it in, just a little tiny bit. So
I mean, I have way more whips than this, but this is currently what I'm working on.
active
Active.
whips, right?
I have a couple pending.
So what are you working on, Carrie? Same.
I'm 1 row and a few stitches from finishing the April. The same thing. Again, mine's much smaller, so I'm on the very, very last section. So I was trying to finish it before we podcast today, but it just didn't happen. But like I said, 1 row and like, I don't know, 30 stitches there or something for that.
And I haven't started mine.
I-
This weekend.
So like I said, this is my 3rd year of doing it, but each year I never stayed on track with the months. So like last year, I think I really hit it hard around August, but then I felt like from August to December, that's all I did. But of course I was making 2 of them last year. And then the
Yeah.
first year I did it, I think I slacked a little bit the beginning of the year, and around April, I like tried to catch up and stuff, and I was able to catch up, which is
Yeah.
fine. I just told myself that this year I wanted to try and not necessarily finish the triangle in the month because we're already in May, but maybe try and finish it before the next one ships. And I
Right.
think we're about
Yeah.
to be billed and about to
The
get
10th?
shipped.
The
Yeah,
10th through the
and somewhere around the 10th through the 15th. So
I gotta get mine done today and tomorrow.
yeah. My other whip is, of course, the blanket for Darlene's grandson's baby. So it's not very far. It's a little bit farther than last time.
Pretty.
I think I messed up right around here, but it's crochet and I can't tell. I can't read my crocheting as well as I can read my knitting, but
I can't read
works.
crochet at all.
So far it works. It's just like, you see that little line there?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know if I got the pattern off kilter. Do you see that little line that's going right there? Goes
Renata
all
would be
the-
able to help you.
yeah. It just, I don't know if I did something or if I loosened my gauge or what I did there, but
It's
I don't
not
think
noticeable.
anybody's going to be able to see it but me. So, so
I
anyway.
think you're good. The baby is not going to complain.
No, I don't
Exactly.
Think, I don't think the baby will complain. And then I only have one other whip. And this, well, I have, like Melissa, I have several whips, but these are my active whips. So Darlene was making her granddaughter Kagan a quilt, pillow shams, and regular pillowcase style things for her bedroom. And Kagan saw a cow, C-O-W, a cow. Not a cow, a cowl, a cow. That she really wants for her bedspread. So this is the cow. It's called the Highland Cow by Brown Paper Fox Designs.
It's so cute.
And I got wrangled into making it so I could help Darlene because she was having some problems with the pattern. I haven't finished. This is the body. It's not stuffed. She has parts where you don't cinch it closed yet because obviously I still have to put stuffing and stuff in. So this
What
is,
yarn are you using?
I'm using the yarn recommended by the pattern. It's Lion Brand.
Oh, nice.
It's bulky. It's called Hue and Me Chunky Wool Blend.
Nice.
2 of Wands. It says Lion Brand when I order it, but it says 2 of Wands on this thing. But I don't. Yeah. See, learn more. Lion Brand. HueandMe.com. So it's a Lion Brand yarn. This is part of the legs, and I have finished the tail.
Oh my gosh. That's so cute.
I have finished the nose.
Oh.
There's ends everywhere because I obviously need the ends to put the
To sew it all
to
together.
sew it all together, and the horns. Finish the
Oh
horns.
my gosh. The
There's
horns
my-
are cute.
There's my 2 horns right here. And then I have 1 ear on the needles. Of course, I have to make 2 ears, and then I still have all 4 legs to make. So I'm about to bind this ear off. Doesn't look like an ear, but it is.
Cute.
So, and that's all
Alright.
that I'm actively working on.
I do have a quilt that I'm kind of.
Still working.
I'm on the hand. Sorry, it's all underneath stuff because I take up too much room. Sorry. This one I bought when we were on a quilting retreat, and then the next quilting retreat I mostly got it together. And then my friend Tammy has a long arm, and I had her run it. So it's kind of all about friends with this quilt. 'Cause I bought it with friends, and a friend quilted it.
Yes.
This is my farm. There's a needle in here from hand sewing. So this is a little farm quilt. I just like the little animal panels.
I love the
so
animals.
cute.
I love the pig.
Mm-hmm.
That's super cute.
My mom
Because it
called me a
looks-
pig yesterday.
It looks like all the animals skipped leg day. They all have teeny tiny legs.
They do. It should be called Skip Leg Day.
Yes. So now I'm at the part where you hit you in the face, where you hand sew. You sew the binding onto the front, and then you have to flip it over and then hand sew it onto the back. So that's what I'm doing. I just do a little bit every day.
Tammy sewed. I just sent that quilt I made for my mom,
Mm-hmm.
and she sewed it all on for me. I sent the
She
binding
did?
as a joke. I didn't leave her, but I know she loves to do
She
handwork, so I
does.
tossed it in there.
She
And
does.
yeah, I got it. I picked it up, and she finished it completely. I'm like, oh gosh, that's so great, because it would have taken me like a
Okay.
month.
Yeah.
She was talking about how she needed more binding because she's always at the doctor's, and then
Yeah.
Jennifer
I love
jumped
Jennifer.
on that. Sent it
Oh, she
right away.
did?
Otherwise, she would have done it for me too. But Jennifer got it first. Jennifer, I have words with you.
Hey, it was Jennifer's birthday. You've got to give her that.
That's true. That's fine. We love you, so it's fine. But I'm a little bit jealous that I didn't get, but I'm almost there. So I'm probably halfway.
That's not too bad.
And then I have my pumpkins quilt also is gonna be next for hand sewing. So I'm trying to balance all the crafts. It's kind of hard to balance it all out.
Plus, now you're working.
It's a little bit. But it's fine.
Well, I started a new project. I am working on the pink velvet sweater, which I talked about before.
That's right. That's the kit.
I took it with me. No, this wasn't a kit.
Oh, that one wasn't a kit?
No, that one is a finished object.
That
I'll
one
show
was
that.
finished.
Yeah. So this is
So fast.
fingering up here, and then this is Surrey alpaca. And the yarn I'm using is so the Surrey alpaca is from Red Stag Fiber, who's Josh is a dyer out of Houston, Texas. That's the color, and it's in the St. Andrews colorway. So it's a light green. It's really pretty. And then the main yarn is actually a giant skein. Had 1,100 yards on this skein. And it is from Interlacements, and it's their Michigan series.
Is that a fingering weight?
Mm-hmm. And it's called Forest Floor.
Oh, 1,100 yards of fingering weight.
1,100 yards.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
On one skein. It's like a monster skein.
250 grams or something.
Yeah. 8 ounces, so I don't know what that converts to.
Okay.
But yeah,
Sure.
It's gigantic. But no ends, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the awesome part, right? And just one big wind
Yeah,
Mhm.
instead
I
of
didn't
3
know.
winds.
Yeah, I wound this, I was like, man, I don't know if my winder is gonna be able to handle
Handle it?
1,100 yards, but it did.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So anyway, so I did the color work. I was on vacation out east last week. Started it there, and I got through the yoke and have just split for the sleeves yesterday. So right there. So hopefully it'll go quickly now. I felt like I was knitting at a snail's pace for the yoke, but
Mhm.
I just really had to pay attention because of to see the colors because it's so fine.
Right.
But it was fun, and it's super soft.
Not only that, but you don't want to tink the mohair. I tinked
Yeah.
around this neck, and that's with the mohair and the fingering
Yeah.
together, and it's not fun to tink mohair.
So really, that's the only whip I'm working on right now because I haven't started my blankets and everything else is
so
finished.
monogamous.
I know, crazy.
Drives
Well,
me nuts.
okay, so now let's go to
No
finished
wonder,
objects.
no wonder she finishes so much. She only does one thing at a time.
So-
Imagine the concept.
The other sweater you were talking about is my watercolor pullover from Tiff Nealon, which I had started last time, and I finished it.
Love these
And
colors.
it's beautiful.
You
And
got to wear it on your trip?
I didn't because it's so heavy. I was like,
It wasn't
it's
cold enough there?
I could have used it, but it's just so bulky. It would have taken up so much room in my suitcase.
Oh.
And so, let me tell you what happened. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to be very good about what I pack. I'm going to take the smaller suitcase. Now, it wasn't small, but it was smaller.
And so I'm going to become monogamous.
And so
Knitting.
that's why I didn't take this because it would have taken up too much room and it was too hot to wear it on the plane because it was 90 degrees the day I left. So anyway, I didn't take it. But I made so many yarn purchases on my trip that I ended up having to buy a giant suitcase to come home. But it's funny because at first I was like, okay, I'm going to just stop at this Goodwill and get a little suitcase. So I bought a little suitcase. I'm like, perfect. That was like on day 3 of my trip. Yeah, then the next day we went to a farm and a mill, and I was like, forget it. This just isn't going to cut it. I'm going to have to buy a big suitcase. So the Goodwill suitcase went back to Goodwill, and I bought a big suitcase from Target. Or, no, TJ Maxx.
Nice.
I don't care. I gave up. But anyway, so that was all done from this was the kit. This was lavender loom yarn, and it's all in my Ravelry
It's
page.
very beautiful.
And we talked about the colors last time on our last podcast. And then my other start and finish since the last podcast is my love note, which I did for the Cal. And I did this in, excuse me, my hair's in my mouth, DK. in Woolberry Fiber Coat.
Cozy Afternoons colorway that I have been searching for.
Yeah.
I've even contacted them and all their stockists. Nobody has it in stock,
Yeah.
but they said they still dye it. They just don't know when.
Yeah.
I just have to keep.
She's moving. They bought a studio space, and they're moving their studio right now. So
I just keep. So
Yeah.
yeah, if anybody finds that yarn,
and
Cozy
it's
Afternoons.
it's the Berry DK base, which is 100% superwash merino. It's really soft.
I just love the
231
colorway.
yards per 100 grams. And so I did the love note, but I modified it, and all my modifications are written very detailed in my Ravelry page. So if you are interested.
That's where she started at the neck without doing the provisional. So it's
Yes.
her.
So I basically I kind of reverse engineered the pattern to see how many stitches you end up with for the size I was making, which I made the medium. And so 64 stitches I cast on, and then immediately went up to literally went in reverse. So then I did knit 2, make 1, all the way around to get to 96 stitches, I think.
Something like that.
And then knit so many rounds, and then did the same thing and went to 144 stitches. And anyway, it's all on my Ravelry page. And I didn't knit any of the lace. I did the increases after the lace, where you would have normally done the increases. I just followed that, but just didn't knit the lace. I just knit plain. And I love it. And I did on the neck and on the ribbing, I did a half twist rib, so I knit through the back loop on the knit side, but not the purl. And I just liked it. I actually knit the whole thing to about here, and then I did the sleeves because I only had 3 skeins of yarn. So, and I knew I wanted long sleeves. So then I did the sleeves to see how much yarn I had left, and then I had this much yarn left over, literally 4 inches. That was it.
Wow.
So, pretty good yarn management. I was proud of that. But yeah, I wore this when I was on my trip, because I finished it when I was out there. So that was kind of fun.
That's kind of awesome.
Yeah. So I got a lot of wear out of it, and I'm sure I'll wear this a lot. It's just super comfy.
It's pretty. It's like a classic, but it's with the little speckles in it. Makes it really
The color's really pretty. It's like a gray and beige, creamy gray, and then it's got rust and a little bit of orange flecks in it. Very subtle speckling. And I did not have to alternate skeins at all. Josh is such a good dyer. Not Josh, sorry, Rise. That's her husband. He's such a good dyer. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about that today. I'm like, I hope I didn't make a mistake with this, not switching, rotating.
Oh yeah,
It'll be okay.
I think you'll be fine. I mean, I remember when you had them together, they looked very, very. I usually only worry if I buy them separately. Like if I've bought 2 skeins of say a solid or something, or speckle or whatever, and then I see a pattern and I'm like, oh, but that pattern's gonna need 3 skeins, and then I can still find the yarn. But it's a year later, then I kind of worry a little bit that I've
and
got
if you lay them out or look at them, you can kind of tell too if it's gonna, you've seen when you get skeins that you can definitely see, oh, this one is a lot lighter on one side than this one, or has more of this color than that one. Then you're gonna want to alternate for sure. But, yeah, I think you're fine. And mohair hides a lot too.
Okay.
Because of the fuzziness.
Do you have any FOs?
No.
I have one.
I started a new career.
I understand. I just wanted to ask.
I'm a little burnt out.
Life is a FO.
I didn't want to
I
skip
haven't
you.
been to the gym in 2 or 3 weeks.
I started a job.
I'm trying to learn
So
how
you're
to be
saying
an adult.
you have a life and I don't.
No.
I'm just teasing.
You've just been in life longer.
Right. Exactly. I finished this for my soon-to-be 7th grandchild,
Oh my
Abdiel.
goodness.
It's so pretty.
So
It's so
it's very
nice.
big, very long. I hope they love it.
Yes.
I need to ship it to her. So that's my only FO,
It's pretty.
but I enjoyed making it. So crochet, I think it goes so much faster than knitting. So that's why usually all my baby blankets are crocheted instead of knit. So.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, it's a good destasher too, because you have to use more yarn with crochet as well.
How much more yarn does crochet use? If you had to guess, is it 20% more, 25% more? 30?
Honestly, I feel like it's probably maybe 30.
30, about 30% more?
Maybe even 35.
Really? Wow.
I mean, like when you're making the stitches, like a double crochet or whatever. I mean, you're cranking that yarn out. You're pulling that yarn where each stitch in a knit stitch is or a purl. It's just one little loop. Where yes, a double crochet is higher, so it's probably equivalent to like 2 or 3 rows of knitting. Again, it depends on all the needle size and stuff. But I feel like crochet really eats some yarn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really do. I feel like maybe 30, 25 to 35, I would say.
Okay.
Maybe 30 is a good ballpark.
Yeah.
But I've never done the math on it or anything like that.
I was just curious.
Yeah.
Just ballpark. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Creed.
He wants lunch.
It must be time to eat.
Lunchtime.
I gave
It's Melissa's dog.
I gave you some snacks.
He's super hungry.
Aw.
So he's going through. We noticed he was acting a little not himself, and then he had lumps in his throat that you could feel. So we took him to the doctor, and they're like, he either has an infection or he's got cancer. And so they aspirated it, and he has cancer. So we're trying to fight it. Is this fightable? We'll see what happens. So he has.
But his medication does make him hungry and thirsty.
Yeah, so he drinks a lot and then pees a lot.
Aw.
So, he did have his first chemo treatment, and then we did high steroids for about a week, and then we cut it down. And then after we cut it down, it helped a little bit with his accidents. But you could tell his whole face, like he was just hurting. And I don't know if that was because they cut down his steroids and he was going through withdrawals a little bit. I don't know, but you just go by his face and you just whine. So, but now he seems a little bit better.
He seems pretty good today.
Yeah, he does.
He has lost weight.
Yeah.
I do have to it's like having a new puppy. Like I have to take him out at 3 a.m. and at 5 a.m. and
Sure.
So
Feedings every couple of hours.
no,
And
the little
at least peeing every couple of hours.
Take him to
yeah,
bed. Yeah.
like he'll just sit there and but too much information. Oh, I'm also getting him vitamins. You need to wrap that in cheese so he'll eat it. I'm trying to give him turmeric and then red krill fish oil. His vet also said would be good for him.
That is good.
Yep.
So we'll just one day at a time, trying to enjoy him, and hopefully
Yeah,
he has
brought
a
him
nice.
treats today.
Yeah, he has lost a little bit of weight, which he needed to anyways. But so I've been feeding him more. No more diet food for him. So yay! I'm trying to enjoy every little bit with him, and we'll see what happens. So he has 90% chance of remission.
That's good. That's high.
That's very high, especially for lymphoma.
Yeah. That's really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we talking about purchases?
I think
no,
so.
I was going to talk about the tips first.
Okay.
Tips.
Okay. So, I know we've talked about these cords that I've used for several years. To
Scoobies?
put, we call them Scoobies. We put a link in one of our episodes from Amazon. But I've since found something that works even a little bit better that's more of a silicone-based tubing. And it's called pony bead lacing. And you can get it at Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Amazon. And it's, I don't know, $5, $6, $7, whatever, for a whole thing of it. So
60 feet, I think. I just ordered some.
you can't tell Carrie anything. She's like, got it.
Got it.
Every time
Pick up
we
my
come
phone.
over,
Yeah.
every time we get together, something from Amazon comes out of it.
Something.
For sure. So anyway, very cost effective. It's great to put on. And this pony bead lacing really stays on your needles really well. It's really, I would call it sticky. Like you put it on tight and it pull and pull.
Stays on.
And so then you can slide your stitches onto it to try sweaters on, or like I put my sleeves on it when I split
I
for
do
my
too.
sleeves and body. Just, I love it. So anyway, that, and then also, I'm into the kid thing. I don't even have kids. But I found these foam, they're called foam beads, also from Amazon, or probably any craft store. But they're little foam shapes, and they have a little hole in them.
So you could make like a bracelet with them or something.
Yes,
but
that's what kids do with
she
them.
uses them on her needles.
And yeah,
Stoppers.
needle stoppers. Very cheap. I had some fancy cocoa knit ones, but I kept losing them. These, I don't know, a whole bag of them for like $5. I don't know, 50 of them or something.
I bet you they're different shapes
You
too.
know what?
They are. They're stars, hearts, squares. Yeah.
circles.
We should
Yeah.
throw some in for our new
Shapes,
long
like
gift.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
gotta find them. They're in my craft room somewhere.
Okay.
I think I know where they are. I
It's
just
the
gotta find
theme
them.
here that she loses everything.
I
in
lose
her
everything
craft.
temporarily.
It's
Oh,
a black
yeah.
hole.
It
Mine
is a
is a black hole as well.
Yeah.
It's a black hole for sure. But anyway, so that's my tip or my
Perfect
hat,
tips.
I guess you could
Mhm.
say.
Good. We appreciate
So,
them.
and then I just wanted to talk about my trip a little bit. So I went out east to a knitting and yoga retreat that was in Vermont, and it was put on by Ragline Knits, which was just lovely. I took a couple days. I had a horrible plane trip out there. My plane had engine trouble, and anyway, I lost the whole day. I got to the airport at like 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. Didn't get into Maine until I didn't get to my hotel because I flew to Boston, and then I had to drive a couple hours to my hotel in Portland, Maine. So it was like 9 o'clock at night when I got there. So it was a long
That's
day.
exhausting.
But anyway, regardless, I had a fabulous time. So I went the first day to a knitting shop right by my hotel. It was literally a block away from my hotel,
Wow.
called Knitwit, and it was quite cute. I got little skeins of yarn. I got the skein. This is what I got there. I can't remember. This is a local dyer from the Maine area called On the Round, and this color is Beauchamp,
Don't ask me.
Beauchamp, and it's really pretty gray and brown.
Very nice.
A few speckles in there. Got that. And then I met with one of our viewers, Dawn, who lives in Maine, and her girlfriend Pam, and met them probably about a half hour away in a town called Freeport, which is where the LL Bean store is, like the LL Bean store, which was a lot of fun. And we went to a yarn shop there called Mother of Pearl, and they were just fabulous. That store
awesome.
was lovely. The owner was wonderful, and the staff was wonderful. They had a great selection of yarns. I'll show you some of the stuff I got there. And it was so funny meeting Dawn because it was like I had known her my whole life. It's just,
so
and her
cool
friend,
when you
same
meet
way.
somebody
It's
like
like,
that.
and going into it, people are like, "That's kind of weird. You don't know her." And I'm like, "She's a knitter. It doesn't matter."
What's the matter? They knit.
And that totally proved true. So, and her friend was fabulous too. She was a crafter, but she didn't do knitting, but she did a lot of scrapbooking. So she showed me like some of her pictures of her craft area and stuff.
That's awesome.
Pretty intense. Yeah. So, and she was a lot of fun. So we had a good time. Went to the yarn shop, and then we had lunch, and then we went to the LL Bean store for a little while. And yeah, it was fun.
I love LL Bean.
Yeah. So, and then the next day I left and went to started my trek up to Vermont. So weird. The states are so close together there. It's like you're in 3 states in 20 minutes.
You are, literally. You are. And you've got to understand, we're in San Antonio, Texas, or even Buda, or,
Yeah.
whatever. It takes a day to get out of Texas. Whenever you plan a vacation, if you're driving, it takes a day, like your
Yeah.
whole day is shot just to get out of Texas.
It's terrible.
It's, it is. So when you go somewhere where it's like state after state after state, it's
Yeah,
like,
it's like, whoa.
man, I just went to Bernie and to San Antonio and over to Austin. Like, that's one state for us, but it's 3 states somewhere else.
Yeah,
So,
that's exactly. And I'm like, driving and kind of driving around on the off beaten path or whatever, and just kind of, exploring a bit. And I was like, what state am I in? It's like I didn't know half the time. It's kind of funny.
That is kind of cool.
Like, wait, am I in New Hampshire or am I in Maine still? Or am I in Vermont? I don't know.
It was all pretty though. The pictures.
Oh
were
my
so
gosh.
gorgeous.
That area of the country is absolutely
It is pretty.
spectacular. I
Mhm.
so enjoyed the tall trees and just the hills, the mountains. It was just gorgeous. So I went up to Killington, which is a ski area, and it was, of course, ski season had ended, but there was still snow. It was actually snowing the day I got there. It was just flurries, but it was very relaxing. I just checked into a ski lodge type place, and had a great view, 2 balconies, so I could see the mountains. It was so pretty, and I just knit. And in fact, that's when I finished that Love Note sweater that night. And
That's awesome.
it was fun. It was really fun. And then the next morning, I went to a shop called Green Mountain Fiber, and that was in Vermont, in Rutland, Vermont. And I bought this really cute hat kit. It's got sheep.
Love the
And-
sheep.
There's another picture. with these little curly cute tails that they added on. So cute. And I got, this is the yarn. It came all nicely packaged, but I had to take it out to get it into my suitcase. But it's all wool. It's really soft though for wool. So yeah, so I'm excited to start that one of these days. And what else I bought there? I got this really cool yarn from, tried to do mostly local stuff. So this is from a company called Maple View Farm Alpacas. It's an alpaca farm in Brandon, Vermont. And this yarn is their 3-ply sports, 300 yards. And it's 70% alpaca and 30% merino. And what they do is they use the remnants from the different sock yarns that they spin. And
To make the speckle? Like
yeah,
a
to make the
tweed?
speckle. Yep.
Oh, neat.
That is so cool. Because I've never seen an alpaca
Yeah.
speckled.
Yeah.
An alpaca yarn like this. So speckled. So pretty.
What are you gonna do with that one?
So, and on my way, I skipped one store. On my way, before I left Maine, I stopped at a store called the Yarn Seller. And another viewer, this was really funny. I was at the cash register and this woman said, "You look really familiar." And I'm like, "Oh no." I said, "This is the first time I've ever been here." You know, like there's no way she could know me. And I was saying that. She goes, "It's your voice." She goes, "I know you. Wait, you're from that I said, "I'm from Texas." And she goes, "Oh, you're from the podcast." So we got a good laugh out of that. Her name was Helena. I think it was Helena. Yeah, either Helena or Helena. I can't remember how she pronounced it, but it was super nice. And she's like, that's when she scolded me. She's like, "You're supposed to be doing an episode."
Which is why we're podcasting
I
today.
said, "But I'm here. I can't." So anyway, they had some really cute yarn too. I got these. They're called Crazy. No two are alike. And it was 2-ply sport, 230 yards. For 2.5 ounces. And
It
got
says, "Do not agitate."
Hand wash.
What
Do
if
not
you're
agitate.
agitated while you knit with it?
So I got these 4 colors,
These are all pretty.
and then I think I'm gonna do a sweater.
Oh, that would be nice with that.
Maybe
gray.
that Andrew Mowry sweater.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Metamorphic? I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that her
Yeah.
newer one?
It's not the newest.
No.
I think she's releasing patterns so quickly right now. I can't keep up.
Yeah,
But I think
nobody
it's
can
2
keep up.
sweaters
If
ago.
Elizabeth can't keep up, nobody can keep up.
So anyway, I got that there, and then another skein of On the Round. This is in the Plush DK. I got 2 skeins of this. It's really pretty in the pressed petal. It's a very, very pale pink with different
Perfect
like
speckles.
speckling, some blue and a little bit of purple and gray and yellow. Really pretty. So I got 2 skeins of that. Shoot. I'm all over the place. Also, at Mother of Pearl, I got Peace Fleece, which I had heard about Peace Fleece, but I never knew the
Never
story
heard
about
of
the
it.
guy. They named it Peace Fleece because he came from Russia in World War II and all that. Just a great bit of history around it, and the shop owner spent a lot of time explaining it all to me, and I've forgotten most of it, but anyway, it's a really cool story, and they carried this, and I just fell in love with this colorway, so I got a sweater quantity. It's in the worsted weight, and it's called Siberian Midnight. It's a super dark navy blue with almost like black, and then it's like tweedy.
I love it.
And I don't know what I'm going to make out of it.
It looks
but
very blackish to me.
yeah, but it actually is blue, and there's actually a little
I
tiny,
can see the little
tiny
bits
bit of like red every now and then. I don't know. I just thought it was so cute.
of very pretty.
So
You're in like a Tweety mood. When you
I
were
am
there.
like, well,
It's the
And,
pops.
you know, they have
Like
so
it's
much
this,
woolly
like
wool
you were
there.
working
Uh-huh,
with.
of course.
Because they have a cold climate, right? So there's so
Right.
much more woolly wool there, which I love.
Uh-huh.
And we don't get as much of it here, or at
Because
least
we
not.
never get to wear
Yeah,
it.
and we don't get as much of a selection. Yeah, exactly. You cater to the market, right? So anyway, yeah, I got that. And then also, now this yarn was not local, but I fell in love with it because I had never seen it
It
before.
says it's local.
It's called Wool Local by Erica Knight, born in Britain. So it's from the
It's
UK,
made in the UK.
and feel it, Carrie, because it
It feels
reminds me
nice.
of Helix,
It does feel like Helix.
of the Labian Helix base, which I
Uh-huh.
absolutely loved.
Born in Britain.
It's 492 yards per 100 grams. So there's quite a bit of yardage.
That is a lot of yardage.
Yeah. So I got 3 colors. I got this kind of brown.
It's a very light
and
fingering.
that's like a green.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got 2 skeins of this like rosy color. Big departure from my color range, huh?
Yeah. Not at all.
It's like my whole palette, whole closet, everything. But anyway, so that'll be some sort of a sweater. I'm not sure what. And at the Green Mountain Fiber store, I got, this was not local, but I loved it. It's Manos del Uruguay in the Milo base, which is 65% merino and 35% linen, and I just loved this color.
Linens are
which
nice.
is called Log Cabin, and so I got 2 skeins of this. I'm going to do another ranunculus out of this. Thought that would be pretty. You can see
It will be.
You can see the
Especially
texture
the
from the
linen.
linen. It's really
Mhm.
nice.
Linens are nice because they're kind of a workhorse,
Yeah.
but they wash really nice. They soften up as they wash.
Yes. Yeah. So, anyway, that's all the yarn that I bought. Well, no. I lied. Who am I? Let's just go with that today. That's all the yarn I bought.
Yeah, that's what needed another suitcase, bigger than small.
I know not everybody likes to see all the yarn, so I only brought some of my yarn.
Okay, that's
I'm
fair.
going to spread it out over the next episode.
The next month, the year, the next year.
No, maybe 2
Until
more.
next year when she goes again. Okay.
Oh, wait, I got one more thing. Sorry. I actually have more things.
Yeah, I have a lot more.
Do you want to go in between?
No, go.
Okay. I also bought this book, which is really lovely, called Return to Maine. And there's some really lovely patterns in it. So, I'm excited.
Is there
to-
anything in there that you
I-
have to cast on?
I haven't really dug through it, but it's just really cool. It's just really, and there's like a lot of history, so I have to really,
About me.
yeah, and there's like some sewing stuff in here. I don't know, it's a really nice book, but I haven't had a chance to really dig through it. Also I got, and this was pre-trip, so it doesn't count.
Doesn't count as part of the trip.
So I had ordered Diane from Suburban Stitcher her birthday box that I think this is the 2nd year she's done it. It's really, she does a great job. Anyway, I ordered the full fade. I forgot I had ordered it. And it came with 3 skeins in Tea Rose, Rose Garden, and Antique Rose.
Those are gorgeous.
Those are so pretty.
So, again,
So
real
Elizabeth.
departure from my...
Yeah, so Elizabeth.
No, it's all on the sock base. 75, 25. 460 yards per skein. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but I loved it. And it came with this really cute tote bag and a little doodad with her logo.
Oh, that's pretty.
Aw,
Cute.
that's
Her new
nice.
artwork. I think that was really pretty. So that. And then one last bit of yarn. I ordered from Woolberry Fiber Co. She had a big update. I missed the one color I wanted because I was busy trying to get work done before I left. But anyway, this is on her Berry Home DK, which is 100% non-superwash merino, but it's lovely feeling. And it's on the color Garden
We're all
Party,
reaching out to.
which is a lavender with a little bit of a gold color.
She's sniffing. I'm feeling.
So I got
Scratch and sniff.
4 skeins of that for a sweater.
That's a little bit out of your color zone though, because it's purple.
This says a little bit of Melissa.
I do a lot of purple.
This says
Do
a
you?
lot. This
Okay,
this
never
says
mind. I
Melissa
lied.
to me.
I mean, it does say. She
Melissa.
says it says me.
It says Melissa.
Yes. No.
So I haven't really been posting my Suburban Stitcher
Oh,
Club,
yeah.
so I thought I would just
Catch us up.
catch you up. Okay, so I needed 6 to make a sweater, so I'm way past that. This is her fake club. I got it.
So wait. These are not going into your boxy?
No, my boxy
And your boxy's
is
not
good.
done?
No.
Boxy's not
Just
done, but
clarifying
she
that.
knows what she wants in her boxy. See, I'm defending you.
Okay. I'm gonna bring that to the lake house when we do the lake house.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
we're
coming
going to
up.
the lake house soon. Yeah.
So I will bring my boxy. Okay. Usually
Oh my
I
gosh,
think
those
her
are so
colors
pretty.
go into like kind of groups of 3. So these are all on the sport weight.
Those are so
I'm
pretty.
not gonna. I don't know if all of them are in my Ravelry stash, but
If not, Carrie will ding you and say, hey.
Yeah, she'll get
No,
them in there
get 'em in
before
there.
I get the
and
notes
then
up.
these are really pretty. And then
Wow.
this one is the last one that I got.
Sorry for the crinkling.
So
in the
this is
microphone.
May, or is this April?
Month 12.
Oh.
Oh,
because
So you can
do it
start
for
at
a year
any
now?
time.
Yeah.
Wow, that went by fast. That year went by
Yeah.
fast. That's amazing.
I-
So this one is
This
more of a
one's the newest
gray
one.
color. This
Mhm.
is really pretty. Holy cow, I love that. It's called marble. Oh, it does look like marble.
It does.
Yeah, like
Uh-huh.
striations of marble. Beautiful.
Yeah, she's doing an awesome job. I love it. It's been a lot of
Mhm.
fun doing.
So you don't know what you're gonna do with it yet?
I do know.
Oh, you do.
Yep, it's a cable sweater by Hopi. It's starts with an M. I forgot what it's called,
Oh.
but it's got cables all over it. So.
Whoa. Is it?
Is it one of her
long,
newer
short?
ones?
It's one of our older ones.
Older ones?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Let me see if I
Like
can.
there's the cat. The cat's tail.
Cattail.
Cattail.
I was in a Zoom class and
Sorry.
someone's like, "Your
Look
broom,
at that cattail.
your duster is moving."
That's so funny.
Yeah. Yeah, I can look that up later. Oh, let me go over some more. Sorry.
That's okay.
I went to Minnesota. That's where I'm from.
Minnesota.
Minnesota. I went with my mom. We did a short trip up there to see my grandma because she is in hospice. She has cancer. So it was really nice to see family I haven't seen in I haven't been there in like 6 years.
It's a long
It
time.
was time to go. While I was there, I got a or an email from Mustache Yarns.
Stacy.
This color is called Wool Goggles.
That's so cute.
It's so pretty. It's gonna knit up so
That's gonna
perfectly.
be beautiful knit.
And then I went with my cousin to Hobby Lobby, and I just picked up the August Rose color
Yarn bee.
from Yarn Bee. And it's got a little bit of sparkle in it.
That's pretty.
So, and then Elizabeth was very sweet. Very
Shared the wealth.
kind. She did. So on the round, this is colorway Nimble Sock Speckled.
This says Melissa.
Yes. It's got pretty greens in it, a little bit of purple and some gold kind of in the inside right there of it. And then, while I was out there, my mom, this is not my fault, my mom,
I love how we can justify everything.
I know she's watching.
That's okay.
Yeah. One of my friends is having a baby, and they had a gender reveal. They just did an at-home test to see what it was, and it was a boy. So I'm like, oh, this is
at-home
them.
test.
Yeah, this is
I never heard
totally
of such
them.
a thing.
I haven't either, but clearly it's not very
No, because
accurate
when
because
I-
it's a girl.
it's gonna.
Oh! Sorry, I didn't catch that.
I got home and it was late, and then they're like, I checked Instagram. And they're like, we're having a girl.
Oh
So
my
I'm like,
goodness.
Okay, well you're still gonna get this because it
That is so
it
funny.
reminds me of you guys. They're very outdoorsy. They got married in Colorado.
Called Camp
and-
Woodland.
Mhm.
That's cute.
So it's very woodlandy.
yes.
Yeah. That's very cute.
It's very pretty.
Oh my gosh.
Little-
it's
They're gonna
super
love having it, boy or girl.
Yes, these are their colors, so it's fine.
So, if you're pregnant and you feel like getting one of those at-home gender
Be
tests,
careful.
you might not want to let everybody know what that one said until you get the real one. So, is that it?
Yes.
I have one other thing. Did you have anything?
Mhm.
Oh,
But you
no,
go
go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead. I'll do
Well,
this last. Go
I
ahead.
got.
I forgot you had that. Sorry.
I also want you to show your bag out of the sales.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I
Yeah,
gotta say.
so,
Okay, sorry.
This is what Elizabeth brought me on the round. Harvest. This says carry 3,000%.
Yeah, kind of
I
jumped
love
out
it.
at me.
Yeah.
I'm like, I need
Absolutely love
something
it.
for Carrie, and that skein jumped into my
And
hand.
she also got us some maple
yeah.
syrup. Somebody's trying to get a hold of Melissa.
Yeah.
So. And then I have not been using my circular sock machine very often, but I really want to. So I told myself, yeah, you can buy that yarn and you can buy that yarn and you can buy that yarn and maybe it'll get you into cranking. So I ordered some of this yarn from Yarn Mafia. It's already on the cone. I sent
so
Melissa a picture of what it looks like knit up so Audrey can insert it. Audrey's over there on the chair over there. She can hear me.
Give me a thumbs up.
So it's called Mood Swing. It doesn't say it on the label, but I remember it's called Mood Swing. So looking forward to trying to crank that. We'll see how I do. And then I got some knit Circus, the trampoline base.
Oh, that's pretty.
100% superwash merino, 440 yards. It's called Cute as a Bug. It's a speckle. And I again gave Melissa a picture for Audrey to insert so you can see what it looks like knit up. Which is really the reason that I bought it, because it looks like little speckles. When I showed Elizabeth, she said it looked like fabric.
I thought it was fabric when she
Mhm.
first showed me.
Yeah,
I was like,
but,
oh my goodness, so
can't
cute.
wait to try that one. And then I'm a big Harry Potter fan, so I ordered this colorway. It's from Nicole Mendes on Etsy. She's a dyer in Germany. I've bought from her before. I have some of her yarn. It's on her soft sock base, 80% virgin wool, merino extra fine, and 20% nylon, 437 yards for 100 grams. It's called Ollivanders. And again, I have another picture for Audrey to insert so you can see what it looks like knit up. But yeah, so I got a couple skeins of that. And then lastly, Jimmy Bean's Wool had Madeline Tosh's Tiny House, which is one of my favorite colorways,
Pretty.
on sale.
Oh,
This
nice.
is the single ply Tosh Merino light bear base. I'm not a huge single ply fan, but I did get a sweater's quantity because I love the color and it was on
So
sale.
pretty.
That's very pretty.
So,
I would have done it too.
I mean, it's the pops, it's the pops of the oranges and reds
Yeah.
that obviously just really get to me on
I
like
like the
a
fabulous
cream
sweater.
brown. So, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of single ply, but I mean, I've used it before and it's
Yeah.
not terrible. I just prefer
Yeah.
a ply.
It just pills a
twisted,
little more,
yeah.
doesn't it? Yeah.
So anyway, I got 4 skeins of that one. So-
Gorgeous.
And that's it. That's all I've got.
Okay, I just want to talk a little bit more about the retreat I was at. So, as I said, it was put on by Ragline Knits. It was held in Plymouth, Vermont, in this cute little town. It was like a bed and breakfast type place that we stayed at called Good Commons, which has a yoga studio in it, and then tons of like different bedrooms and bathrooms and stuff. And the food I could not get over. It was like farm to table food, and they cooked everything there. And Tesha, the owner, and then there was a girl named Marissa who was her sous chef, and then there was another guy, I can't remember his name, that popped in and out. But I'm telling you, I've never had such good food consistently, 3 meals a day for 3.5 days. It was so good and so healthy. And it was just, they made these lentils that were, I don't like lentils typically because they just kind of taste like mud to me, but
They were so
I
good.
ate like 2 huge helpings of these lentils. They had sun-dried tomatoes in them and I think like a feta cheese or something. I don't know, they were so good.
They sound good.
And then they made these turkey and pork meatballs with these peppers and onions, and I'm telling you, everything was just delicious to
Yeah.
die for.
Yeah.
So I
Now I'm
think they hold
hungry.
other
Thanks.
retreats and stuff there, but yeah, it's called Good Commons. It's just a really cute place. You should look it up online. It's really, really cute. Anyway, also as part of that, we got a little gift bag that was donated from Knitter's Pride with quite a bit of swag, different needles, so we could
Oh,
try.
that's
This is from
awesome.
their Mindful collection, which is
Mhm.
all kind of yoga related. And there's tape measure and really cool set of cute little bags too.
Is that like a DPN holder?
No, it's just little needles, but it's this cutest little. Oh, sorry for the crinkling. Should have opened it up ahead of time.
Yeah, Elizabeth.
Sorry, it's like a kid opening Christmas. Look at this beautiful wooden case.
That's
like
nice.
darning needles and stuff.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and all these
Cable
wooden
needles.
darning needles. Yeah,
Pretty.
So
and cable
cool.
needle. No, I think they're all darning needles. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I
You
just
could
thought that
use
was-
one of those as a
Yeah,
cable
probably.
needle.
Anyway, I thought that was super cute. So we got that little kit, and there's little scissors in there and stuff. And then Liza, excuse me, Liza Lair, she is one of the founders of Ragline Knits, and she lives in New York, and she is the yoga instructor, and she organized this retreat in conjunction with Kate, who lives in Austin, Texas, who I met through Hill Country Weavers. So anyway, that's how I met them. But anyway, Liza had just published her first book that she's been working on for a while. She's a busy lady. She has young kids and a farm, and really cool. Anyway, it's called The Yoga of Yarn, and it's a knitter's handbook for self-discovery. And it's a beautiful book,
That looks really cool.
and there's knitting patterns in there and different yoga stuff
poses.
and I haven't read it yet. But it's really a fantastic book. So I got a copy. This is my copy, which she signed. I also got a copy for the podcast to give away.
Oh, nice.
So I'm thinking maybe we'll give that away as part of our nearing the 500 subscribers, and I thought maybe that will be
Sure.
gift for the 500 subscribers.
Of course.
And it's signed by her as well. So
Oh wow, that's neat. That's
awesome.
a great.
yeah. So anyway, I think you can probably get this on Amazon. I'm not sure.
I'm gonna look it up as
anyway.
soon as we finish podcasting.
Yeah, it looks, and she's so sweet. So just to support her would be really fabulous. So
I'll have it shipped to her so she can sign mine and then send it to
yeah. So and then also I just want to mention they showed these little syrups. I brought them. I had a few minutes and I saw a sign. Like, what in an hour, if you're in Vermont, should you see? And I saw a sign just at that time said syrup farm, and I was like, sure, 10 miles away, perfect. So, make a left, driving on these roads. I was terrified actually, because some of these trees look like they literally are just falling over, and I was like, man,
when are they gonna fall? Right when I drive by.
yeah, exactly. But anyway, so I go to this beautiful farm. It's called the Baird Farm, and they sell syrup online as well. And it's BAIRD farm at .com. Sorry, their email's at gmail.com. Anyway, a family farm, and I was greeted by this young guy that came out. He was the husband of one of the family members that have owned this farm for, I don't know, years. Anyway, he was so delightful. He took me inside. We did shots of syrup. He's like, I'm going to join you. So we did these little shots or little tastes of all these different syrups, because there's different darknesses of the syrups, which I never really realized there were that many kinds. And then he started talking about the infusions that they do
tequila.
and everything. But it was funny because I had told him I was from Texas, and so he's talking away to me, and he says, oh yeah, well, so this is like the lighter syrup. This is like your typical syrup you'd get from HEB, and this is a darker one. And I'm like, did you say HEB? And he goes, oh yeah, my brother lives in Austin. Because HEB is our grocery store.
Yeah, it's only Texas.
It was just like, took me a second. Did he really say that? Or am I just like hearing things? So anyway, that was fun. And so I brought a bunch of syrup home too.
Show your bag.
Oh, yes, sorry.
I love
Let's
this
see 'em all over the
bag.
place. Okay, so two bags. So I got this from Mother of Pearl. This is a bag that's done exclusively
That's
for
super
them.
cute.
It's really neat.
These are painted on there, so cute. And then Mother of Pearl, they had this bag. There's a company called Seabass Bags from Seabass, Maine.
I think Margie was talking about this.
And they're made, so they're not really knitting bags, but this was at the knitting shop and I saw it. And they're handcrafted in Maine from recycled sails.
From like
And
sailboats.
signs of hard sailing make each bag unique, and they're machine wash or spot clean. Anyway, this screamed Maine to me.
It does.
So it's super cute. You can see it has like the thing from the sail, and it's got tons of pockets inside. I have some stuff in there, but you can see all those pockets. Anyway,
I just think it's the
I
cutest
just said
bag.
this, every time I look at this, I will remember this trip,
Trip,
and I'll remember
sure.
spending the day with Dawn there, and so yeah, I love it.
That's really
I think it's-
sturdy.
Yeah, it's so cool. One other thing I almost forgot at the retreat, so many things we did, and oh my gosh, you guys, that retreat was just fabulous. The women that I met there.
Knit closer
Yeah.
the next one because I'd like to
So
go.
Dyak needles, which Carrie has a lot of Dyak needles,
I
and
love
I
Dyak.
told them about you, and they're like, oh yeah, tell her I said hello.
Yeah, I love Dyak. I
You
love
and
her
Darlene, they
needles.
remember both of you.
Oh, thank you. Hi, Linda. Hi, Tom.
Yes. So anyway, I didn't buy knitting needles, but I did buy this, which was hand carved, and this is like, they called it a wood iron, and it's to press your seams,
Oh wow.
push your
that's
seams
neat.
open,
Yeah.
and it's just beautiful. And then this, so it's for sewing,
Is that a crochet?
for quilting.
Oh,
See, I don't do a lot of quilting, but I'm gonna have the best tools.
you are.
Anything Dyak.
And
knits
this is a seam ripper,
That's really
which then
pretty.
folds into itself. And it's
All
the
their tools are
craftsmanship on it.
handmade.
It's
All
got
of
like a
them.
flat spot here so that you can push. Just beautiful.
Tom does amazing work.
Amazing work, yeah. So they came, it was fun. They came for about an hour to the retreat and brought needles and stuff. And I thought this was really unique, so I picked that up from them. And anyway, the retreat, the women that I met, because I went by myself. You know, I knew I would know Kate, because I've met her like I don't know her well, but I met her at Hill Country Weavers, but I wasn't going to know anyone else. But that was half the adventure.
Of course.
The women were, and there were like 25 people there, I think. The women were just beyond phenomenal. The caliber of the women was just, it was mind-boggling to me. And they were so welcoming and just all different careers. There were 2 sisters there who were from Serbia. They live here in the States, but they originally were from Serbia, born in Serbia, and they're both anesthesiologists. One was a pediatric anesthesiologist. There was another woman who was a doctor who now teaches at med school, and she had some funny stories of body parts falling out of buckets and stuff. Oh, it was hysterical. We laughed. And just graphic artists and just amazing women. And then another woman whose son actually lives in Texas. And her grandchildren, so she and her husband bought a condo recently in Belton, Texas. So I'm going to meet her when she comes into town.
That's awesome.
And so it was just so fun. And it was just one of those things where you go and everyone's so welcoming and you're just sharing so many stories and laughing and eating and knitting and just relaxing. I was totally in the moment. It was probably the first time in a long time that I've totally just forgot about work. I was totally into the retreat, which was
that is really awesome. Yeah, that is the point of it. And just to let yourself go and forget about everything else.
And my heart was just like so full when I left there. It was like everything was filled up. It was great.
That's awesome.
So don't be afraid to do stuff like that, I guess is the point too. And shout out to any of the ladies if they watch this episode.
Yeah.
It was fabulous. And so they put on the retreat. Normally it's in the fall in Vermont, and they do that once a year, but they had it in the spring this year. It was the first time since the end of COVID that they've had it, and Liza's pregnant, so they did it in the spring. Normally the spring retreat is in Texas, in Marfa, Texas. So I'm hoping that maybe we can get some of our group to maybe go to that one, which would be fun.
Yeah.
So
we have to do the count.
Oh,
we have to give away prizes.
Sorry. Oh, we were going to do it early so you didn't have to sit through all my blabbering. Sorry.
That's okay.
Okay.
We love your blabbering.
So we had our Love Note and Ranunculus Cal. We have only one person that posted on the Instagram hashtag. So you are the winner, and that person was a hot pink.
It was hot pink, and I also sent a picture to Melissa for Audrey to insert. It's by Anna, which is Anna Made with a Smile, and she has a podcast called Knitting in Mauritius. She's from East Africa, or she lives in East Africa. I don't know where she's from, but she lives in East Africa.
So cool.
At least that's what it says on her profile. And she added tassels to it, and she wrapped the stitches around the border. The ribbing at the bottom, I thought it was so cute, and it's
cute.
Really hot pink. So
the color is amazing.
Yeah.
So she's gonna win this skein of a whimsical wood yarn co. in the color cute ass.
and her sweater's like this pink color right here.
So hopefully, we know she likes
reach out to me with your
colors,
address. Yeah, so we can get that to you.
Yep. So congratulations on
Yes,
us.
thank you.
And
then we had the ones in Ravelry. There weren't a whole lot, but I had Siri pick a number this morning when I was taking the notes. 2 through 6, and the number was 3, which is Linda, LME Cole.
Congratulations.
Yes, so congratulations. She had a beautiful love note, and
was hers like a turquoise?
It's blue.
Bluey?
Mhm,
Yeah,
it's blue.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. It was very pretty.
Very pretty. I should probably make a screenshot of that one for you to insert as well.
So you win the skein of Ruby and Rose's yarn in the rose gold base, which has Stellina in it, and it is in the colorway Bundle Up, which is highly speckled and sparkly and super soft and squishy.
Now, of course, wasn't this the one where you offered to crank them?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
So yes, if somebody wants them cranked, if you could reach out to Elizabeth or myself, so we can, whether you just want the entire skein shipped to you as is, or if you want Elizabeth to crank it first. So I'm going to send these home with Elizabeth just in case you do want them cranked.
Yes.
I would crank them for you, but I'm not as good as Elizabeth. So, and mine are different sizes. So anyway.
Yeah. So if you want a sock tube,
if you want a tube,
then you can do the cuffs and the toes and the heel, afterthought heel.
Mm-hmm.
I'll crank it for you.
Uh-huh.
If not, we'll just
send it
either
like
way.
that. So just say which one you want when you message either one of us with your addresses. So
perfect.
yeah, and I think that was all we had.
Okay. Anything else? It was a lot.
Happy Mother's Day.
Oh,
We're a little
yes.
bit over an hour.
Yes.
So tomorrow's Mother's Day. So to all you mothers out there, happy Mother's Day. Whether you're mothers just to your four-legged creatures or all the dads that are mothers to their creatures or children or what have you, but happy Mother's Day to all. So
Hopefully
I'll be
everybody has a
spending
nice
it with
day.
my family. So.
Are you?
Paige and my sister and my mom and
Nice.
everybody. So it'll
I
be
think my
nice.
mom and I are going to go to the pool. Our pool's open and it's 100 degrees, so I think we're going
And
to
I think
do
it's going to
pool, and
be
then we're gonna
102 today and 101 tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hot.
Seems early for that, but I guess it's really not. It's May, so
Yeah.
who knows? In a couple weeks we'll be going to the lake house.
Yeah, we're
That's
gonna go
gonna
to
be
Lake House.
fun.
I have a friend, Paulette. She lives in Canada. She's flying in on the 21st. We head to the Lake House around the 24th, 25th, and we'll be there through the Memorial Day weekend. So I'm pretty excited. And
I got a new chair for it.
You did? That's
Because I
awesome.
was jealous.
It's funny because I'm not gonna have a whole lot of room in my car. I was thinking I went to the Lake House last weekend to see my family, and I thought I should probably take my chairs up here early, so they're like already here. And then I forgot to do that.
Oh.
So then I was thinking, I don't know if I'm going to have enough room in my car for everything. I thought, do I really need the chairs? Melissa sat in just the regular ones on the dock, and she was fine last year. So I was thinking of skipping my chairs
I
this
mean,
year.
you do you, but well, I go to softball games a lot in practices, and I just
So
wanted a
good
nice
chair.
chair.
Mhm. There's
And-
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Have a nice, good fold-up chair. So.
It's a busy month for me. I just came back from a trip. Next weekend I'm going to Houston, and then for Friday and Saturday, and then I come to see our old neighbor from Pittsburgh we haven't seen in years, so that'll be fun. And then that Monday I leave for Chicago. I'm in
Wow.
Chicago from Monday through Thursday for work, and then I come back, and then the next week
Lake House.
is Lake House.
Wow.
So May is going to be like a blur for me.
Which is really why we could only get in the
Yeah.
podcast today. So I know Melissa has plans later this afternoon, so she was nice enough to delay them so we could get this in this morning. But yeah, we probably won't podcast again until June, definitely.
Yeah.
And I think sometime around there we'll put some thought into another Cal.
Yes.
So maybe we'll announce something in June or July and get something together to do another something with stash, maybe something a little bit longer this time instead of just 1 month. So
Probably a multi-month, and we might have like some sub categories in it to get prizes out like quicker or whatever.
Something fun.
But and like I said, we're nearing 500 subscribers, so please share our podcast if you don't mind. Make sure you're subscribed. Give us a thumbs up if you like what you witnessed here today, our craziness. And if you're interested in this book, like I said, I highly recommend it. And this will be our prize for 500 subscribers.
Sounds perfect.
So, alrighty. Sounds good.
Have a good one.
Okay, happy knitting, people.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah,
Bye.
happy Mother's Day too. Bye-bye.